The girl who danced with shadows. The flickering torchlight barely illuminated the alley where the robbers cornered her. Akisa stood still, her frame cloaked in a long, dark shuka. The robbers, a group of 6, laughed menacingly, their weapons glinting under the moonlight. But there was something in Akisa's eyes that silenced their laughter, calm, dangerous, and unyielding. "You think you're invincible," she said, her voice low, cutting through the cold night air. "You took my brother, Kofi. Tonight, you answer to the shadows." Before they could respond, Akisa raised her hand, releasing a cloud of fine, glittering dust. The robbers coughed and staggered back, their vision blurring. Out of the darkness came swift, calculated blows. One by one, they fell, the mysterious girl moving like a shadow herself. As the last robber dropped to his knees, trembling, he managed to gasp, Who are you?" Her face calm but her voice dripping with venom. "I am the sister of the boy you murdered. A year earlier." In the bustling town of Anzaya, Akisa and her brother, Kofi, were inseparable. Orphaned as children, they survived together, Kofi always looking out for his younger sister. He was a skilled woodcarver, crafting beautiful figurines that Akisa would sell in the market. Life was tough, but they had each other, and that was enough. One fateful evening, Kofi stayed out late to deliver a carving to a wealthy merchant. He promised Akisa he'd be back before the moon reached its peak. But the hours dragged on, and he never returned. The next morning, Kofi's lifeless body was found in a narrow alley, his meager earnings stolen. Akisa was shattered. The town whispered about the group of robbers who had been terrorizing the streets, but no one dared to confront them. Akisa, however, refused to let her brother's death go unanswered. Grief gave way to determination, and she sought out a mysterious old woman named Mama Nyoka, known for her knowledge of ancient arts and poisons. The training. Mama Nyoka lived in the dense forests beyond the town. She was feared and avoided by most, but Akisa approached her without hesitation. "I want to learn," Akisa said, her voice steady. "Teach me how to fight, how to track, and how to make them pay." Mama Nyoka studied her for a long moment before nodding. "The path you seek is dark, child. Once you step into the shadows, they will claim a part of you forever." "I have nothing left to lose," Akisa replied. For months, Akisa trained under Mama Nyoka. She learned to blend with the shadows, to move silently, and to wield weapons with deadly precision. She studied herbs and poisons, creating concoctions that could disorient or incapacitate her enemies. And above all, she learned patience, for revenge was a dish best served cold. The hunt begins. By the time Akisa returned to Anzaya, she was a different person. She began her hunt quietly, gathering information about the robbers who had killed Kofi. They operated in the shadows, preying on the weak and vanishing without a trace. But Akisa was relentless. She tracked their movements, studying their hideouts and routines. She discovered that their leader, a man called Chuma, was planning a large heist in the coming weeks. Akisa saw her opportunity. The revenge. On the night of the heist, Akisa struck. She had laid traps along the robbers' escape route, using her knowledge of the town's alleys and rooftops. As the robbers fled with their loot, they found themselves ensnared by Akisa's cunning. One by one, she picked them off, her movements swift and precise. She used the dust she had crafted, a mixture that caused temporary blindness and confusion, along with her combat skills to incapacitate them. When only Chuma remained, Akisa confronted him in the very alley where her brother had died. "You thought you were untouchable," she said, her voice steady but filled with fury. "But the shadows have long memories. Chuma, realizing who she was, begged for mercy. But Akisa was unmoved. You showed my brother no mercy. Why should I show you any? She left him there, bound and unconscious, for the town guards to find. The legacy. In the days that followed, the townspeople discovered the robbers captured and their stolen goods returned. No one knew who was responsible, but whispers of a shadowy avenger spread. Akisa disappeared after that night, returning to the forest where Mama Nyoka awaited her. But in Anzaya, her story lived on. She became a legend, a symbol of justice for the weak and a warning to those who preyed on the innocent. And though Akisa had avenged her brother, she carried his memory with her, a constant reminder of why she had walked into the shadows in the first place.